Hello, everyone out in YouTube world, internet land. This is Kirsten Hall with Pointe Publishing. I am the co-publisher, and today we are talking to the other co-publisher of Pointe Publishing. She is my partner in all of this, partner in publishing and such. But yeah, the introduction interviews we are doing is highlighting all the talent that we have that makes up Pointe Publishing. And we have a lot. We have authors, illustrators, editors, designers, the current publicist, and we'll probably have to get more publicists. But yeah, today we are talking with Chelsea Farr and her dog Spunky, who is going to probably be confused once we keep saying his name. So Chelsea, if you want to say hi to everyone in the internet world.
Hi.
Okay, good job. Okay, we're
Hi.
off to a rip-roaring start.
So my name is Chelsea Farr, and for those of you who don't know, I'm actually Kirsten Hall's daughter. I'm 26 years old, and I live in Austin, Minnesota with my family, my husband Ian, and my baby Spunky. I graduated from Gustavus Adolphus College in 2015, and I was a philosophy major. And now I am the co-publisher, editor-in-chief, and designer-in-chief at Pointe Publishing. My main role right now is project management.
Okay, well, tell us, what does project management entail?
So with project management, basically I'm taking all of the different pieces and putting them together. So I'm helping set up schedules for everybody, for the author, editor, illustrator, designer, and making sure that everyone stays on track, helping them whenever they get stuck somewhere, giving feedback and approval along the way, and then basically just making sure that all the pieces come together.
And next question here, what does your desk look like?
So I definitely take after my mom because my desk is really messy too. It has a lot of, cords on it, but also my art scanner, which I use to process, paintings and drawings and stuff for books. My David Bowie calendar, snacks, and then a lot of dust and dog hair.
Okay, well, great. I don't have the dog hair. I don't have the dog hair anymore. I used to have lots of dogs. Matter of fact, if you guys watched my video, I have 4 kids. My daughter Chelsea is my oldest. But at one point we were fostering dogs, and so I had 4 kids and 4 dogs. And yeah, I had lots of dog hair, so I do understand that. All right, favorite authors, and if you were to meet one, who would it be?
Oh, so obviously J.K. Rowling, because Harry Potter was a big part of my childhood. And then Robin Hobb, she is the author of the books that take place in the realm of the Elderlings. David and Lee Eddings, they wrote the series, the epic fantasy series that starts with the Belgariad. And then, no coffee for you, buddy. Naomi Novik, she wrote the series His Majesty's Dragons. I haven't read that series yet, but I've read some of her standalone books, Spinning Silver and Uprooted, and they're really good. And I'd like to, if I could meet her, that would be cool, because, pick her brain and stuff, and her fantasy stories are just beautifully done.
Now, you've seen all of my to-do reading lists. I have many stacks because,
Yeah.
I'll get to them when I get to them. Do you actually read and keep your stacks minimal, or do you read like I do and you read 5 or 10 pages and then you move into a different thing? I think you have more concentration than I do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do. And that's sometimes that's a problem when I'm trying to get stuff done is I'll be reading a book and I'll tell myself, okay, when I'm done with this chapter, I'm gonna put it down and get some work done. And I just gotta keep going. Um, and so I end up buying a lot of books, but because I'm so busy, I don't usually get a chance to read them as quickly as I buy them. Um, so the plus side to that is that whenever I do have time to start a new book, I have a lot to choose from, both physical books and then on my Kindle as well, which I've taken to carrying around with me like everywhere. Um, right now, I'm reading a fantasy novel. I think it's more geared towards young adult audiences, but kind of have a soft spot for that. But it's called The Will in the Wilds. It's by Charlie Holmberg, and it's a fairy tale with demons and stuff in it.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Sounds delightful.
there's mystery and magic and danger and then just a little bit of romance, which I'm always a sucker for. So it doesn't take a lot of romance either. Just just a couple mentions of romance, and then that's good for the whole book. I don't need more than that.
I was telling Ray when we were talking a few days ago
Hmm.
that if a book can hook me within 5 or 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I'll give 5, maybe 6 minutes tops. If it can hook me, I will write off the rest of the day if I can and slam through that book in like 6 hours, 7 hours, because I know if I put it down, I'll forget about it, I'll lose it. Gosh forbid if it actually lands on my desk, we won't see it for decades. Yeah, so.
And that's why. So whenever I do editing work, that one of the most important things that I look for is a really attention grabbing beginning. Starting off kind of in the middle of the action. Um, if you and you definitely can't start with exposition, or else you just have people falling asleep.
Are there any other suggestions you would give to authors about how to write, how to grab, how to keep, how not to do, too much of the inner monologue, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the inner monologue is a big thing. So when your character is, or when you're writing thoughts that your character's having, they have to be, reactions to the current situation or questions that the character is asking themselves. Oh, okay, he's done with me. Questions that the character is asking themselves, um, wonderings, musings, but it can't be the character explaining, um, you know, part of the character's life to themselves. Um, the inner thought can't be, oh, I work at this place where I do this thing. Otherwise, it's your character has. It's like your character is talking to a different person in their own head, and so maybe they've got some different personalities or something going on. They should already know those things that you're trying to squeeze in there. Yeah. Exposition does not typically belong in inner monologue.
Okay. All right. Let's see, what else do I have here? What is your personal mission statement?
Oh, you forgot the design process.
Well, I can't read anything. I don't have my glasses on.
You're
Okay.
bad.
Otherwise, I'll pick up the windows and the lights and the computers and whatever. All right. describe the design process.
For novels and stuff, it's it's basically the same as children's books, except you don't have as much to do as the designer, and then there's not an illustrator in the mix, except for maybe for the cover art. Spunky is literally just running circles around me right now. But with the design process for like a children's book, for example, so far a lot of the children's books that we've done so far, the art has been physical. It's been, paintings, drawings. So what I'll do is I'll scan them in, and I call it digitizing them, but there's probably a better term out there, where basically I just prep them to be in a book, to look good on the screen, and then print it out. So that can involve a lot of different things, from just, tweaking the colors to actually changing the art, like fixing little tiny mistakes here and there. But then from there, the design process includes picking out all the fonts, making the copyright page, designing the cover, formatting all of the text. At a bigger publishing company, these jobs would probably be divvied up between multiple people, if not multiple departments. But as the designer at a small publishing company, it's kind of all inclusive. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of the nitty gritty of the project manager role. Um, I can take the project manager role, and then at the end, when everyone has their materials to me, the manuscript, the art, I can take it and put it all together and actually make the book with it.
Can you tell us how long you've been designing things, and what are the other things you've designed in your life besides books?
Yeah, so I use this software called GIMP. It's free. It's got a little logo of a cat, and I started using that back in probably middle school or high school when I got into photography, and it's sort of naturally evolved to graphic design from there. Uh, Especially in college, I did a lot of design work for a music venue that I owned. I would get to design band posters, show posters, that kind of thing. So that, besides books, that's one thing that I've done a lot of. And then also marketing materials, that kind of thing, both for books and, Fox Point.
And whatever your mom throws at you?
Yeah, basically.
Please, pretty please. All right, and but okay, now you use what, InDesign now or something, right?
Yeah, so for actually editing photos or art or whatever, the program I use the most is GIMP, GIMP. It's lovely because it's free and it has a ton of tools in it. And the longer you use it, the more you know how to get the most out of it. But then for putting all of that together and actually making the book, I use InDesign, which is pretty awesome because it comes with access to their font database and their stock photo database, which is pretty cool. I haven't tapped that yet though. So.
Okay. Well, very cool. And you also do freelance photography as well, so that you continue to have an eye for thinking outside of the box?
Yeah, and an eye for composition. So most of the photography that I work that I do outside of Fox Point has been things like engagement announcements, graduation photos, maternity photo shoots, that kind of thing. I have not since starting this Fox Point thing with my mom here, I have not had a ton of time to do like the photo shoots that I used to do, where I would, just go out into nature and take pictures and stuff. But whenever something catches my eye.
Okay, well, very cool. All right, last question. What is your personal mission statement?
So one of the things that I love the most about reading is that it just totally sucks me in, right? It sucks me in, and I can't put the book down. And a really good book will stay in my mind for like a really long time. I'll be thinking about it, weeks, months later. I'll never forget it. I'll occasionally come back and reread it. So that's my personal mission statement, is to create books that you can't put down and you can't forget.
That is a good mission statement, especially if you're running a publishing company. Good one. All right, well, that would be all the questions that we have. Can you think of anything else you'd like to say to everyone watching?
Thanks for watching, and please buy our books.
There we have it. She's also now our spokesperson for all of our book catalog.
No.
Please buy our books. All right. Well, I thank you very much for tuning in today and watching our visit with Chelsea Farr. She is not only my daughter and has my grand puppy, Spunky, that you earlier saw, but truth be told, if I didn't have Chelsea in my life, all of my current books would just still be files on a computer. Chelsea is exceptional in what she does. I am not just saying that because I'm her mom. I am truly saying that. For someone who, as myself, has been in business for 30 years, there's a lot of time, as a self-employed person for 30 years, there's a lot of time, money, sweat, frustration, passion that goes into running businesses. And if I didn't see that in Chelsea, I would not be in business with her. And I would imagine, Chelsea, you can attest to telling that I'm telling the truth, right?
Yeah, we keep each other driven and motivated and on task. So that's good, because otherwise I would just sit around and read all day and
Oh my
done.
God, to read all day.
To read all day.
What were you thinking? No, but yeah, so thank you very much for stopping in and enjoying the visit with Chelsea Farr today. And she will continue to do publish books that are good to read and memorable. And we will be back with other interviews as soon as I get all those other people to give me dates and times of when they would like to do their interviews, which is like pulling teeth, but well, we'll get it done. So I thank you very much. And somewhere on the screen, there's a button that says subscribe. You should click it, because we've got other fun videos and events and webinars and all sorts of fun things coming in the future. And yeah. Oh, foxpointpublishing.com. And of course, we have to be difficult. So Pointe has an E on it. So foxpointpublishing.com. And if you want to read, we're fancy. And if you want to read more about Chelsea and all the different things she's ever done or what she's doing now, click on professionals at the top, and she is on the upper left-hand corner, and you can read all about Chelsea. So thank you very much. Have a fabulous day in your neighborhood, and we'll catch you on the next video.